Hello, English learners. Welcome back.
We're glad you're here.
Have you ever wondered if the sentences and phrases you hear in videos or language learning apps or the ones you read in English learning textbooks are the ones native speakers actually use? Don't worry, you're not alone.
In today's lesson, we're focusing on the differences between textbook English and the English used in everyday conversations. We'll explore common phrases, idioms, and expressions that can help you sound more natural and confident.
We'll even go over the reasons why there are these differences.
Dan will provide you with an example of textbook English, and I will give you an example of real and more natural English, fluent English speakers use instead.
Let's start with something simple. Greetings. Hello. How do you do?
Hey, how's it going?
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
While textbook greetings are grammatically correct, they can sound overly formal or outdated in casual settings. Next, let's look at some everyday expressions. I am feeling unwell.
I'm not feeling great.
I do not understand.
I don't get it.
Notice how simpler words make sentences flow more naturally. Textbook English often emphasizes formal structures and complete sentences.
In everyday conversations, contractions and informal structures are more common.
She is going to the market.
She's going to the market.
Textbooks aim to teach the correct grammatical structures, which is essential for writing and formal communication. However, in spoken English, contractions like don't, can't, and she's are used a lot. They make speech more fluid and natural. Vocabulary in textbooks tends to be more formal and less idiomatic.
Everyday English incorporates idioms and colloquial expressions.
I am feeling unwell.
I'm feeling under the weather.
He is very intelligent.
He's really smart.
Understanding idioms and colloquial expressions is vital for real-life communication. Phrases like under the weather are commonly used and convey the message effectively. Textbooks often present complex sentence structures.
In conversations, simpler sentences are preferred.
Despite the inclement weather, the event proceeded as scheduled.
Even though it was bad weather, the event went on.
While complex sentences are important for writing and formal speech, everyday conversations favor clarity and simplicity to ensure understanding. In textbook English, questions are formed with auxiliary verbs.
In real-life English, questions might be shortened or implied.
Do you want to go to the cinema?
Want to go to the movies?
In casual settings, people often use contractions and informal question forms. Wanna is a contraction of want to, commonly used in speech. Slang is typically avoided in textbook English.
In real-life English, slang and idioms are commonly used.
He is very tired.
He's beat.
Slang terms like beat for tired are common in everyday English. Familiarity with such terms enhances comprehension and expression. In textbook English, pronunciation is clear and deliberate.
In real-life English, speech is faster with connected words.
I am going to the store.
I'm gonna go to the store.
Native speakers often link words and use reduced forms, such as gonna for going to. Recognizing these patterns aids in listening comprehension. In textbook English, fillers are generally omitted.
In real-life English, fillers and interjections are common.
I think we should leave now.
I think we should, leave now.
Words like like, and are used in speech to pause or emphasize. While they may not add meaning, they are part of natural conversation. In textbook English, Content is often universal and neutral.
In real life English, conversations include cultural references.
She enjoys reading books.
She's a total bookworm.
Terms like bookworm are idiomatic and may not be understood without cultural context. Exposure to such expressions is important for fluency. In textbook English, there is a strict adherence to grammar rules.
In real life, English grammar rules are sometimes relaxed.
He has not arrived yet.
He hasn't showed up yet.
While showed is technically incorrect, the past participle is shown. Such usage is common in speech. Understanding these variations helps in real-world interactions.
Understanding the differences between textbook and real-life English is essential for effective communication. Here are some tips to bridge the gap.
Listen actively. Engage with English movies, podcasts, and conversations to hear how language is used naturally.
Practice speaking. Use language exchange platforms or speak with native speakers to practice real-life English.
Learn idioms and slang. Familiarize yourself with common expressions to enhance comprehension.
Be observant. Notice how context affects language use and adapt accordingly.
Stay curious. Always seek to learn and understand new expressions and usage. Thank you for joining today's lesson. Keep practicing and you'll become more comfortable with both textbook and real-life English. Until next time, keep learning.
And we'll talk soon.